How's it going, guys? Brandon here. You may know me as the Hardcore Kid, and joining me tonight, I have Hunter.
What's up?
So we're in rough times right now with the coronavirus epidemic going around. Everybody's under quarantine.
It's crazy.
Right now, I'm here in my shelter with a giant tower of toilet paper to my right and a Mr. Flibble puppet to my left. What do you think of the coronavirus, Mr. Flibble? I think everyone's gone crazy.
I agree. Everybody's gone crazy. It's nuts.
Yeah, but let's take a break from all the viruses and coronas and Miller Lights and stuff, and let's have a little bit of fun, because I have just recently realized that right now it is the 10-year anniversary of my very first Smegged Up Video Gamers list. That's right. On March 17th, 2010, I made a little video called the Top 7 Smegged Up Video Gamers, where I look at some videos by some gamers on YouTube, made fun of them, goofed off, and it was me being very young, and while I do seem a bit harsh at points, it was just me just trying to have fun. And eventually it cultivated into a series of videos called the Top 10 Smegged Up YouTube Failures, Top 10 Even More Smegged Up, Top 10 or Top 15, and I finally did another Top 7 Smegged Up Gamers in 2015. And then after that, I just took a break. And there's parts of it that I'm happy with, parts that I'm not happy with. But you know what? I still had fun making them.
I will admit, I do like your list videos. They're pretty good, pretty entertaining.
Thanks. Yeah, but I've gotten quite a few requests asking, are you going to make any reviews again? Are you going to do any lists again? And honestly, I'm kind of soured on doing full scale reviews like I used to do for my Hardcore Kids show, but I was willing to do a little another YouTube failure list, and this one's going to be a little different from all the other ones I made. It's going to be audio only. I'm not going to have media clips everywhere. I'm not going to have music everywhere. I'm just gonna I'm gonna have me giving my top 10 of the YouTube failures. Meanwhile, Hunter will also give his top 10 of the YouTube failures. Kind of like a midnight screenings worst of.
Actually, let's just say top 3, because there is barely any I can find so far.
Really?
All I could find was Nostalgia Critic, I'm Jay Station, and Onision.
Oh, well, dang. Don't worry.
Well, I did find NNA Productions, but there was just not much material to go around on him.
There's plenty of material to go around if you look closely enough. And
yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah, but
there was also other people I've watched that don't have much material either. Like, for example, there's Angry Joe. There's not much on him either.
Well, there can be material on Angry Joe. If you wanna, he can be your number 10 or your number 4. Tell us.
I would say he's more at my number 4.
Okay.
I haven't checked out much of him lately this much because I've been ignoring his channel because one, his videos are not really that entertaining as they were before. His videos got very boring. They're so unnecessarily long, and he talks more about the history of Twitter and Facebook all over about the game instead of just the actual game itself. I mean, he does talk about the game sometimes and the gameplay and the footage and everything, but most of the time he just talks about the Twitter and Facebook, which is actually unnecessary. Try to compare it to James Ralph, where he just doesn't really mention all that in his videos at all.
I'm not that big a fan of Angry Joe either. I mean, there are some videos of his that I do like on some really bad video games, like Ride to Hell Retribution, which is my personal favorite, because that game is horrendous.
Yeah, that game does look horrendous, even though I never played it yet. But I know that Isaac played it.
Oh, poor dude. And
Yeah,
that's a long game.
He's got a review of it, a let's play of it.
Yeah. It was kind of like a let's play / review of the game in a way. But
Yeah, it was so funny. It was so pretty entertaining when he did it.
yeah. But sometimes Joe's material can work. Like I like his movie reviews that he does with other Joe and other dude whose name escapes me right now. But yeah, there's times where he's a bit miss.
Yeah, his movie reviews are not bad. They're not bad. He does a good job on his movie reviews and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Keep
like
them as I like low and simple and making sure they're not too long like his video game reviews are.
Yeah, his game reviews just have the problem of being too long. Sometimes the anger is a bit too forced. But there was a spell where he disabled the comments on his YouTube channel at one point because I guess he was getting constant requests for stuff that he couldn't do. This was years ago, but yeah, I don't know, but he's not on my list, but I can't say I'm really that hardcore a fan. So
yeah, there's not much I can say about him. The only thing I can say about him is that he was one of my hated persons because he made a video a long time ago that I really hated. I had to go out of my way to make a commentary about when I was on a Daily Motion video.
Mm-hmm.
The video was where he got flagged by making a video where a certain game came out for Xbox. It was, no, not Xbox, PlayStation 4. It was Street Fighter 5.
Oh.
And he complained about it for not being on Xbox. It was so pathetic. It was such a pathetic video when he made that video. And then he got flagged from that video. And then he starts complaining about it. And it's the most biased video he ever made. It was so terrible. I mean, he was trying to make us think it was not biased, but it's so biased. Like
it was not biased, but what was bias.
But it was so terrible, and his reasoning was just so terrible and not believable. I mean, good God, he just
yeah. With the way YouTube handles copyright and stuff, I can imagine him getting pissed off big time. But yeah, so I guess that's all we can say about Angry Joe. I guess I'll get started on my list then, and I'll start from. I'm starting from 10. I'll work my way through it a bit, and if you've heard of these people, let me know. But
okay.
Top 10. It's not a direct channel, but it's actually a series of videos. The number 10 spot goes to YouTube Rewind.
Oh, YouTube Rewind. I am familiar with that. Yes, I am familiar with that.
I'll give some positives here. First off, the videos, they're well filmed, they're well edited, acting is hit and miss. The big problem is that they completely miss the point of what the YouTube Rewind is.
The last one I remember did basically miss the point because it was so botched up and everything.
Yeah, because
I remember and stuff. Like, that was a long time ago from what I saw.
Yeah, the 2018 one I remember most fondly because I did a running commentary on that, and it was all just a bunch of random clips with YouTubers talking, and not like big time YouTubers you'd see like PewDiePie or Markiplier or whoever. It's just a bunch of guys. The only person I recognized was Liza Koshy, and that's because she's the host of Double Dare on TV, so I would know her. But it's just, when I think of something like YouTube Rewind, I think maybe a video that chronologizes events that happened during the year, or maybe highlighting some YouTube channels or whatnot. No. Instead, we have a bunch of Fortnite clips, clips of a bunch of random stuff that doesn't even have anything to do with YouTube. Will Smith, who I don't even think has a YouTube channel, I might be wrong, and just horrific, just the worst music I've ever heard playing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you have Markiplier is in these videos. He's one of their biggest channels. He's only in them for like 5 seconds. What a waste. What a complete waste.
Speaking of Markiplier, I actually have a video on my channel where I have my cat Pooty watching Markiplier.
Ah, which video?
The one where he's doing a Let's Play of Blair Witch.
Ah, yeah, that game sucked. But,
well, I was thinking about checking out that game and see what it's like.
Yeah. But, yeah, just...
Well, that's just your opinion.
Like,
I might have a different opinion when I check it out.
It's all good. But, like, the 2019 one, I will say the 2019 one is better, but at the same time lazier, because guess what it is? It's just top 10 lists. Top 10 most subscribed, top 10 most viewed, top 10 most likes and stuff like that. They pulled a Watch Mojo. They played the safe route and just did a bunch of top 10s with all the most subscribed YouTubers on it. And it's like, well, at least it's different, but at the same time, it doesn't work. Like, PewDiePie I've buried quite a few times, but there are some times where he does have flashes of brilliance. He made his own YouTube Rewind video. It's so much better than any of the YouTube Rewinds that have been made. I am telling the truth.
Now, here's my personal opinion about PewDiePie. I did check out some of his Let's Plays, and his jokes where he sometimes say the rape jokes didn't really, bother me. Because some rape jokes can be funny.
Yeah, it just sometimes, like, he does some really regrettable crap, like dropping N-bombs and other random screaming and stuff, but sometimes he does do good videos, like the YouTube Rewind and the Let's Plays of those RPG creator games. I like those too, but yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that covers YouTube Rewind. That's my number 10. I got my number 9 right here, and this is a person that I've gotten a few requests to cover, and it's Super Mario Logan. Are you familiar with Super Mario Logan?
No, but that name does sound familiar.
So, it's this dude. He makes a series of really dumb comedy videos with puppets and plushies like Mario, Bowser, and Cody, and sometimes other random characters like Shrek and Woody and whatnot. It's basically like a Z-grade Crank Yankers, just going around playing with toys, and it sounds harmless, and for the most part it is harmless. That all changed when Jeffy attacked. Dun dun dun! Are you wondering who's Jeffy? Jeffy is a hideously deformed, blatant ripoff of Special Ed from Crank Yankers, who curses constantly, does all kinds of crap jokes and poop jokes, and it's like Special Ed except worse. Like, it's like if Special Ed decided to become an AVGN wannabe and it's just cursing and screaming constantly. It's not very good. And this actually brings up one of the big controversies of stuff like Mario Logan's videos. Are you familiar with COPA?
I think I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah, basically now YouTube has this system where you have to monitor your videos to see if they're
now remember
safe for
that,
kids.
Yeah, that policy. Yeah, it constantly tries to get me to accept that policy out of my videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And when it first came about, you had the option where you didn't have to do it, but now you do.
Yeah, it's stupid because, and there's really no point in doing the of making your videos safe for kids, because you know what that does? It disables the comments on all your videos.
No.
Yeah.
All the time. It all depends on how you restrict it. According to the policy, it's very simple. You just go by a question to say it's safe for kids, yes or no, and you have the option to choose if you want to restrict it or not. That's your options too, and it doesn't seem to be that hard.
No, but it's a broken system. It really is, and
Well, it hasn't done much damage to my videos at all. None of my videos got taken down or flagged because of
no,
that. None of my videos were.
no. But here's where, like, as far as Super Mario Logan goes, like, his channel was doing fine, but then when he started putting Jeffy into his videos, and I mean all of his videos, like every video he's doing features this stupid doll cursing constantly, and the reason why it's such an issue is because his fan base consists of children. Yeah,
Wow.
yes, kids under 13 watching his videos of this creature cussing and doing all kinds of stuff, and this pissed off
Under
quite a lot of soccer moms.
15?
Well, yes, the kids have been using YouTube now, and I understand why, but it's like, remember when you had to be 13 and up to use YouTube? Yeah. That rule has been broken into dust, and yes, and that includes another thing. Because his fanboys are children, they're always constantly in the comment section saying, "Where's Jeffy? We want more Jeffy." And that's why Jeffy is in every video he does. It's boring, it's repetitive, it's not funny, it's horrible. And eventually Copa, and it's easy for parents to make this mistake, because you look at his videos and you think, yeah, they're for kids. And then you see Jeffy and you're like, yeah, these aren't for kids. And then Copa eventually cracked down and demonetized his channel. So, yep, he became a victim of the dreaded YouTube adpocalypse. And since then, he's been trying to exploit the system, like constantly deleting videos and re-uploading them to see if he can bypass the block. Didn't work.
Yeah, that did.
Yeah, but you know what? He keeps, like, and even his older fans are saying, you need to nerf Jeffy, or better yet, burn Jeffy, because that's why your channel keeps getting demonetized, is you keep making videos with this thing.
That's a little too far.
Nah, I don't know. I'm sure a video of him putting Jeffy in a microwave would get 3 million views and 5 million thumbs up. I'd give it a thumbs up.
Oh, boy.
But in a way, it kind of reminds me of an old web series from years and years and years ago that had a very similar thing. It was called Happy Tree Friends. Remember Happy Tree Friends?
Yeah, that show. I remember that show a long time ago. I remember watching the show.
I love that show.
When I was actually like around 15. I was like 15.
And it was the same problem. Like there's like TV reports saying where oh look, there's these videos that have these cute cuddly animals, and then all of a sudden you watch the videos and it's just murder and blood and guts everywhere. And it's
yeah, but the show was not meant for kids at all when they first showed it.
Like Super Mario Logan's videos, like I don't think he's a bad video maker in general, but he's in a spot right now where his channel is a mess. He's having to put up with all the criticism involving Jeffy and violating the system and stuff, and it's not looking good for him. But who knows? Maybe he'll turn his career around somewhat. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah. So, number 8. If you're a Content Cop fan, you may recognize this particular individual. It's Tana Mongeau. Yeah.
Don't know her.
Oh, be prepared for a brilliant story about this person. In fact, she is a storytime YouTuber. And her gimmick is that she makes fabricated clickbaity videos talking about events in her life that are not true, like saying she was pooned by a toothbrush, or robbed at a nail salon, or involved in a shooting. And
what was that first one? Pooned by a toothbrush?
She was fucked by a toothbrush. But
who comes with that story? Who in the world comes with that story?
Tana. No, it didn't really happen. It's clear they're fake. It's clear they're fabricated. The problem is, though, and just like Super Mario Logan, she has a young fan base, and they actually believe that the videos that she says are true. And unfortunately, that has gotten some people in trouble. I mentioned when I did my rant on TanaCon, she got a salon in trouble by saying that they stole money from her, and it turned out to be a lie. And here's the thing: it's like people like her and Rice Gum and stuff. They always say that she'll make a fake video and say it's based on a true story. Please don't do that, because if this is a true story, people are going to find out and they're going to be suspicious.
Yeah, because they're really good. They probably might believe it, and also then also it would be taken the wrong way.
Exactly. But yeah, Tana has gotten in trouble with this a few times. There was the content cop that iDubbbz made on her. Basically, Tana went on Twitter and buried iDubbbz for using the N-word in his videos. But then iDubbbz showed some videos of Tana also using the N-word, hard R N-word, and it resulted in him going to one of her meet and greets, bought a shirt, took a picture of her with the camera, and with a big smile says, "Say the N-word." It's hilarious. It's actually a really hilarious content cop, and I know people may be sensitive about that kind of stuff, but
yeah, I'm not really offended by racist jokes if they're in the right context. But if they're not in the right context, then it could be not funny.
Exactly. So basically, since then, Tana's career has kind of been all over the place. Just this past year, she ran her own convention called TanaCon. She teamed up with Shane Dawson to make this little convention, which I'm not sure what was supposed to happen at this convention. Like, maybe it's just like a Q&A, just like any ordinary kind of event that she goes to. But apparently it was supposed to be like VidCon TanaCon edition. Yeah, so she held it at, where the heck was it? It was the Anaheim Marriott Suites, which can hold maybe 1,000 people. About 4,000 fans showed up to the event. The place got way too crowded, and they ended up having to cancel the event.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. And, first off, making a convention based off one person just seems like a stupid idea. Especially since, what was the event going to have aside from maybe one merch stand and one room where Tana was going to give an interview? How do you make an entire convention around that? It's weird, but yeah, people got hurt. People ended up getting sunburn or passed out from heat stroke. Those who were able to actually get into the convention got a gift bag, stickers, an app photo, a wristband, a shopping guide, and a condom. A condom? For all the little kids coming to your convention, have condoms.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh.
Well, don't worry about safe sex.
Oh dear. Oh.
Oh, just tell your parents that.
Oh.
Oh Lord.
It was a glorious dumpster fire of an event. Wow. I'm trying to think whether or not it was more glorious than the DashCon event with the ball pit, but now I'm not sure. I mean, at least the DashCon event happened. At least people actually showed up. But yeah, it has not been good for Tana, and yet somehow at the end of the year, Tana won an award for best YouTube channel.
How in the hell did she win that anyway?
I guess dropping N-bombs on people and making up lies and having an absolute disaster of a convention equates to good YouTube channel? I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know, because that sounds really...
Yeah, it's weird, but
yeah.
Yeah, what else can you do? So, and also apparently she's engaged to Jake Paul. Horrors! Ugh. Can you imagine if they have kids? What would their kids be like? dabbing babies and talking about all these made-up stories about the boogeyman stealing money from him. I don't know.
I don't know, because I've never seen any pictures of Jake Paul or anything like that.
Really?
Hey, you always find people I don't even know, and
it's all right, dude. But number 7 is a interesting one. Are you familiar with the term mukbang?
Mm-mm.
Basically, a mukbang is someone who streams themselves on YouTube, does a live stream, eating a copious amount of food scattered all over the desk in front of them. It's like...
Oh, that doesn't seem too bad.
It gets weird sometimes. Like, sometimes somebody will get this big-ass cup of fries from Five Guys Burgers and just pours it all over the place and eats it everywhere.
Oh, Jesus.
Sometimes there was one girl who's eating like a giant octopus tentacle.
Wow. I hope it's not like the one in Korea.
I'm sure I've seen enough porn to see where this is going. But one of the most notorious mukbang YouTubers is a girl named Amberlynn Reed. Now, Amberlynn Reed started out as a weight loss channel in 2013. Back then, she weighed 360 pounds, and she made it a goal. She was going to use YouTube to try and lose weight and document what she's doing, maybe do a routine and such. And I, for one, approve of that because weight loss channels I do find fascinating. Because you see these fat guys trying to make a difference, trying to get in shape and feeling good. You see people like Boogie and Shay Carl losing all this weight. And
Boogie lost a lot of weight. If you look at his videos, man, I'm shocked.
Yeah, a part of me misses Fat Boogie though. Kind of like how I miss Fat Drew Carey. Skinny Boogie's not as fun. But so you're probably asking, how many pounds has Amberlynn lost since she started her YouTube channel? Take a guess.
10?
Oh, let's say minus 200.
Wait, what?
In the 7 years since she started her YouTube channel, she's gone from 360 pounds to 570.
Oh my God, that is fat. Oh my God, that's almost a 600 pounds from TLC.
You know what? At the rate she's going, she's probably going to get her own show on TLC. I think that's her goal Jesus. At this point. Yeah, so as a weight loss channel, this is an epic failure. And you watch her videos. First off, it's clear it's not a weight loss channel at all. Like you watch her videos and she does all the mukbang YouTube videos, like just sitting there eating some of the worst foods imaginable, like chicken that's just covered in like 10 layers of salt and garlic and pepper and all kinds of stuff, and it's horrifying.
Oh my!
And when she isn't chowing down right in front of the camera, she's going out riding around in her GS scooter around Walmart, constantly touching things and not buying stuff and hoarding makeup and all kinds of stuff. And it reaches the point like, why should your viewers care about what you're doing? Like, you didn't lose the weight. You've gotten fatter than anyone has ever gotten fatter before. I'm pretty sure she's heavier than Wings of Redemption. No, she's definitely heavier than Wings of Redemption at this point. And not only because it would help. It's not like DSP, where DSP is constantly bitching out people, saying how much he sucks at games. This is a situation that can kill her. Like, she is literally eating herself to death, and it's horrifying. And the thing is, the people who watch her videos, trolls or not, they're trying to help her and trying to tell her what to do to help make herself feel better. And she just ignores them and calls them haters. It sucks, man. Ugh.
It kind of reminds me of the guy named Norb when he was fat. They made this was before I viewed you on YouTube. They made a remix of him, which was called "Don't Call Me Fat."
Yeah, that video is a
It
classic.
video was so funny. It was just him saying, "I don't want fucking fat."
Duh. Fat asses. Yeah, but like Amberlyn, like she'll make videos. Sometimes she'll make videos where she'll go on diets and stuff, and then like 3 days later, she just decides to quit the diet and just eats more food. Just does another mukbang or goes out to food with her friends, and her friends like they enable her so much. Like her girlfriend Becky. Like you watch videos with Becky, she looks done with Amberlyn's shit. She just looks dead inside, and
Wow.
not only that, even she looks like she's gained a lot of weight to the point where almost she's as big as Amberlyn, and like why is she still with Amberlyn when it's clear? Maybe she does. They do inside. They do love each other, but you wouldn't tell just watching the videos. There's a guy named Ricky who looks like he's never lifted weights in his life. Oh, wait, I take that wrong. That's a complete lie. He does lift weights, about 600 pounds of it. Having to carry Amberlyn and all her makeup around, hoarding makeup. And then there's her dog, Twinkie.
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 That's funny. I won't. That's actually kind of funny.
You look at the dog, it looks like a Twinkie. Because Twinkie is a Chihuahua, and Chihuahuas usually weigh 6 pounds. Twinkie, on the other hand, weighs 15 pounds. It's an insanely overweight dog.
That's a big Twinkie.
Yes.
Hashtag Ghostbusters.
I can't wait for the new Ghostbusters movie. That looks good.
Me too. I love this.
Yeah, it's like the dog. Like she abuses the dog too. Like the dog is fat. The nails are way too long. There's points where she's like the dog just looks traumatized to be around her. And what do you expect when you have this 600-pound behemoth going around?
Now, how
yourself.
long are her nails anyway?
I don't know. Wolverine claws, maybe. Maybe not that long, but
Yeah, it's definitely not too long
definitely,
compared to the ones I see on the World Records books.
yeah, it's even Wolverine would say, "Clip those nails." But yeah,
Not that long.
but she abuses the dog, and just recently, I think this was in December or something. She made a video where she said Twinkie was feeling very sick, and had to call the vet and take Twinkie to the vet to get better.
Mm-hmm.
So what does she do? Does she take Twinkie to the vet? No. Instead, she leaves the dog at home and goes to Chili's. I know you can't see it. Hunter's got his head in his hands right now.
What a bitch!
Yes.
Oh.
No. This is not good.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Like all the people like she keeps she in her video she has like this section where she goes through the comments, like comment of the day, and a lot of the comments are talking about how like trying to teach her how to improve her life and how to take care of her animals, and she straight up ignores them. And it's just looking at her, it's like she doesn't get, like, these people are trying to help her and she just blows them off and goes back to eating and all kinds of stuff. It's like, what are you doing to yourself, girl? And it's not like I don't want Amberlyn to die. I don't want her to continue to fail. I want to see her succeed. I want to see Amberlyn in a Spartan race next spring. I mean, she probably won't make it up the first hill, but damn, at least try. But yeah, so yeah, Amberlyn is quite a treat. So yep, that's my number 7, and well, I do have some good news for you, Hunter.
What?
Do you want to know who number 6 is?
Who is it?
It's a user that I watched for nearly a decade. He, and I never thought I'd end up having to put him on this list,
Let
but
me guess. Is it Doug Walker?
it is, in fact, the Nostalgia Critic.
I knew it.
Oh.
I knew it.
So, my voice is hurting from all the talking. You want to give your thoughts while I drink some water?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
Okay, Nostalgia Critic. I first viewed him a long time ago, like in 2011. And I watched his videos, and he was absolutely hilarious. And yeah, his reviews were pretty funny. The first review I watched from him was actually a Super Mario Bros. Review, and that was funny and just hilarious and creative and stuff. Even though it was one of his first reviews he made, and looking back at it, it's still entertaining and stuff. But there are some points he did miss from the movie.
Yeah. Like even back to the very beginning, like I was a fan of his work, but there are some reviews that I don't think were good at all. Like I don't like his Space Jam review. I don't like his Pokemon review. I don't like Twister. Twister is a movie that I think has gotten a lot more hate now, and I don't think it really deserves it. But yeah, there were a lot of reviews back then that were just miss, and like I'd watch them once and then not watch them again. But and then some things, but over time there's just been some misses as far as like Nostalgia Critic goes. Like say what you will about the movies, they're not good movies, but I don't think they're like the worst things imaginable. I've seen much worse. I reviewed 2 Jimmy Screamer Claus movies. The first one I hate so much that I love it, and the second one I just straight up hate for being preachy. But
I was cameoed in one of your reviews.
Yes, you were. Yes, but it's like, and then over time, like more and more drama starts showing up. Content creators started getting fired. There was the Jew Wario suicide, and at the time we thought it was just because it was depression. And then we later found out why he killed himself, and that was because...
Yep, it's because he molested a girl.
Yes, and yeah. And the Walkers found out about it, but didn't tell anybody about it. And I'd also like to make a quick correction from the wall review that Hunter and I did. It was not Mike Dodd who did it. It was Mike Mickod who knew about it as well. So, yeah. Little mistake there. Just so many mics.
Oh, I didn't know that was a mistake we made.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then eventually the change the channel thing happened, and Lupa and a few other people got together and made this giant 70-page manifesto saying everything that happened, how they were treated. And as soon as that got released, it was pretty much the end for Channel Awesome. Well, like as far as content creators go, like everybody, 98% of the people left the site. Linkara left. Phaelus and Lupa left earlier.
Actually, Phaelus got fired.
Oh yeah, because of the ads.
I think it's because it has something to do with Rob Walker.
Something happened. I think that they were getting criticized for the amount of ads they were putting into their blip videos, and it's like, it's just videos. Well, why?
Yeah.
What's going on here? And it's like something going on with the contracts and stuff, like a breach of contract. It's like, what the hell? Like, keep in mind, like many reviewers like myself wanted to be part of the website, but as time went on, you start hearing all these rumblings about how they treat their users, like with like chastising them for contracts and ads and stuff, and it's like, it's a website online where you can share your reviews. Why do you have to go through so many random commitments and and obligations and stuff. Why is this so complicated? Like when I was part of Reviewers Unknown, if we'd make a video and then we'd add it onto the website. That's all you had to do. You didn't have to worry about all the ads, how many ads you put into a video, or when the video gets uploaded. It was simple as that. So the change the channel thing happens, and that's pretty much it. Everybody leaves the site, except for like Malcolm and Tamara, because they're pretty much sidekicks through and through. Guru Larry is still part of the site, mainly because he's the greatest troll of all time. And Cinema Snob is also part on the site, and while I am still a Cinema Snob fan, I guess it's because he's friends with the Walkers or something, but I don't see why he is still wants to continue. Maybe it's because of the contract or something, but or maybe because of the falling out we had with Lupa or something. Because I don't know. But I look at Brad in some of the crossovers, and he just looks lost. Like we saw him in the review of The Wall, and he didn't do anything in that video.
Well, he was just cameoed in that video, so that's why he didn't do much.
And I'm going to be blunt here. Brad Jones is a much better reviewer and actor than Doug Walker. That's just a plain fact. Like, I've seen some of the little movies he's made. I've seen Jesus Bro, and he is really good. He was the best part of all the movies he was in.
I'll be right back and get another water.
Yeah, all right. Hang on, I'll pause.
I'm back.
So everybody's gone, but despite all this, Nostalgia Critic just decides to keep on making those videos. And goddamn, what a drop in quality. Because, you know what the big problem was? Personally, I think the whole Nostalgia Critic thing should have ended after To Boldly Flee. Because at that point, it was running its course. But he just decided, because after, was it Demo Reel flopped?
Demo Reel really did flop. It was one of the worst videos series I've ever seen from him. All the skits were unfunny, and they're a waste of time. I
didn't even watch a single Demo Reel video. What were they about?
I did. I watched one where he did like a... I watched one where he did like a Sixth Sense parody with Ghostbusters and stuff. It was terrible. It was terribly acted, and the way the parody was set up didn't make any sense. Like, if you put Ghostbusters and Sixth Sense together, it just doesn't seem to have the right context to be together.
Yeah. And that's really the thing with Critic's skits. It's like, I watched his videos for the reviews. I didn't watch for the constant skits. But ever since he rebooted his show, he's been throwing more and more skits into his videos. A lot of them aren't very funny. Like, one of the few bright moments was his Avatar: The Last Airbender review series. And that's because he was actually passionate about the show, and because he really liked the show. And I always thought the Critic's content was its strongest when he's familiar with the stuff. When you're watching something like Sailor Moon or friggin' Thomas or something like that, and you don't know the material, it's not going to make for a good review. And like he's been lambasted for that constantly. And it's like, I don't care about these stupid skits. And then he does his Hocus Pocus review, and it's not even a review. It's just skits.
It's sort of a review. There were some critiques in it.
Some. Most of it was just like one of his Demo Reel videos where he's just going around, he's dressed up as Winifred, and just going around being an idiot. And it's like, why can't you just do the review like a normal review? I mean, because of copyright? Because me, Jaime, Toot, and Morgan, we did our review. We didn't have to worry about copyright. No strikes or anything. This is not what the fans want. They want to see what you think about the movie. They don't give a shit about all these stupid skits. But apparently he didn't listen, because guess what we got last year? The Wall review.
Such a disaster.
It's a disaster piece.
The worst Nostalgia Critic review I've ever seen.
It's not the worst, not just the worst Nostalgia Critic review I've seen. It's the worst I've seen, period. Like, even if you look at some of the guys who are doing those crummy video game reviews, like Invalid Nickname and Vib, like at least they kinda put review portions in there. This was not a fucking review. It's a dude shitting on Roger Waters and Pink Floyd. It just being absolutely disrespectful with skits that have nothing don't make any sense.
Like, if you want to see more material about that, watch our commentary down in the description box below.
Oh yes, I'll post a link in the description below. And if there's one good thing that came out of that review series, it introduced us to Fena.
Yep.
Fena's their name, the people who did the CGI characters.
Yes, that was the name.
Yeah, and I've seen some of Fena's videos. Lucy is a character and a half, but it's just completely wasted on this absolute trash heap of a 40-minute video. And I don't know how long the video we're doing is going to be now. Maybe an hour and a half or something like that. But 40 minutes of random shit, not making sense, disrespecting Roger Waters, disrespecting Pink Floyd fans, the worst remixes, horrible acting. What else can we say?
Yeah, that's right.
It's over.
And I'm pretty sure Roger Waters is looking at like, dude, really? Why? Just why?
Why? That should be a Pink Floyd song. Why? Yeah. So.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. To me, I think there's been a bit of a paradigm shift. Like, the whole angry reviewer thing has kind of died. Like me, I stopped doing the Hardcore Kid show because I just wasn't into it anymore. I wasn't having fun talking about all the movies. That's why I switched to podcasting. In fact, a lot of my friends too, they're doing podcasting now. They're still doing their own style of reviews, and they seem to be all right with it. But it's like, yeah, the nostalgia age. If you're nostalgia for Nostalgia Critic, just watch his older reviews. Don't watch anything that he's making now.
I agree. Yeah. I did watch his newer ones, his Spider-Man reviews. And they're not bad.
They're not bad, and yet people are still finding a way to bury him for reasons, and it's like, I gotta play devil's advocate here for a bit. Why is the change the channel thing still going on? Because you want to know, everybody's left the site, and you know what? I think people are still trying to do it because they want Nostalgia Critic to stop making videos. He's not going to do it. Because, one, this is his only source of income. And number two, he hasn't actually done anything to violate YouTube guidelines. Yes, he was... The Jew Wario thing and all that other stuff they were hiding, that was bad. But YouTube doesn't give a shit about it. Because it wasn't...
Actually, there were some things that they might get flagged for. Like, for example, YouTube did release a new policy that they couldn't do for one of the reviews on Hannibal. They couldn't upload a scene where Hannibal was eating a brain in the movie called Hannibal.
Was it for copyright or graphic purposes?
I don't know, but all I know is that if you post a video clip of that, you will get demonetized.
Ah, yeah. But yeah, the moral of the story is, and I know a lot of people don't like the don't like it, don't watch thing, but at this point it works. if you stop watching Nostalgia Critic, he won't make money. Like, he'll still have fans just watching his videos because they still like him despite everything. But at this point, I think it's just, and I hate to quote Frozen, just let it go. Because, yeah, just move on to other things. Watch other reviewers. Watch Urinating Tree if you're a sports fan. Watch Media Hunter if you're a fan of movies with animals in them. Watch Guru Larry if you like video game nonsense. There's so many more options.
How about Phantom Strider?
I don't watch Phantom Strider.
Why not? He's funny.
I don't know.
He's funny. I like him.
Yeah, but yeah, or heck, you could still watch AVGN. He's not doing as many nerd episodes anymore. He's mixed it up a bit more and had more variety. But
he made one not too long ago. It was a Mortal Kombat one.
Yeah, I still have the Genesis game, but I don't play it because I'm not good at fighting games. Yeah, so yeah, that pretty much covers.
I have Mortal Kombat 10 on PS4.
Yeah, that pretty much covers that. All right, this is the end of part 1. If you want to check out part 2, click the link in the description.